Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of December 8 to 12 suggest that Bill Hamilton will have a 9-to-1-to-1 medical crisis, while Danny Dupree will manipulate Vernon Dupree. Plus, Elon Hawthorne will have a warning for Detective Marcel Malone about Leslie Thomas. The new CBS Soaps promo was released for the week of December 8-12, so let's talk about all the drama fans can expect. The Beyond the Gates preview opens with a scene between Leslie and Marcel. She's at the police station when she slyly mentions how the two keep crossing paths and that it has to mean something. Marcel responds with, "You're tempting fate, you know?" As the promo progresses, the next clip is of Marcel, still at the station, chatting with Elon. Marcel states, "She clocked me, so I took the charm offensive." The chief of police retorts, with "Still not the move." Is Elon warning Marcel about Leslie? Meanwhile, Danny arrives at the Dupree mansion as she tells Vernon, "Can't a daughter drop by to see her beloved father without an ulterior motive?" The dad replies, "No," without skipping a beat. Danny is clearly being a bit deceptive with Vernon. So what does she want from him, and what's the real reason behind her visit? Across town, Jacob Hawthorne plans a romantic night for Naomi Hawthorne. During the preview, the husband leads his wife into a hotel room that he has decorated with flowers. Jacob asks Naomi, "Feeling that, or am I doing too much?" Naomi smiles, and the two come together for a kiss. It looks like these two will get their marriage back on track during the week of December 8 to 12. But how long will this bliss last between the two? With that said, Beyond the Gates fans should expect more fun and drama from Winterfest, as the promo shows a clip of special guest, singer and reality TV star Kiki Wyatt at the event, bowing near a piano. Anita Dupree, Vernon, along with Danny and Andre Richardson, are all in the crowd, clapping and celebrating Wyatt's performance. Wyatt is slated to appear and perform during the Monday, December 8th episode, and spoilers promise it'll be something viewers won't want to miss. As the preview video wraps up, the final scene is of Bill collapsing in the middle of his office as Haley Hamilton runs to him. The wife is frantic as she calls out his name. Bill's collapse isn't quite as shocking as Haley's concern. After all, she's been poisoning her husband for weeks now. Why is she so worried? The clip shows only the two of them in his office, so her reaction is interesting, to say the least. Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest that Haley's worry may stem from getting caught, as she will fret about her scheme being exposed. So fans need to tune in next week to see all the drama unfold. Haley may finally have succeeded in killing Bill, as teased in the latest Beyond the Gates preview. But is she having buyer's remorse? Plus, Winterfest looks to have been a big success. Leslie's got her eyes on a new man. And what is Danny up to now? It's another week in Fairmont Crest, where drama never takes a day off. Move over, Teddy, because there may be a new man in Leslie's life. After some flirtatious drinks at the Uptown, Leslie has yet another run-in with Marcel. At the station, Fairmont Crest's foremost vixen notes to Marcel that they keep crossing paths. Is it fate? Or maybe this is a case of likes attract, as they are both known to play dirty to get what they want. With the holidays approaching, Vernon calls out Danny for dropping by for a visit, suspecting she has an ulterior motive. Is he right? Plus, Jacob sets a romantic scene for Naomi in the bedroom. Will this couple be able to get back on track? Winterfest got underway, with Eva making her societal debut and Marcel assuring Vernon that Leslie wouldn't cause any trouble. Oh, and Anita had to drop the bomb on her fellow articulates that Leslie was the daughter of their dear departed groupmate, Barbara. But never fear, as it looks like Winterfest is a massive success, with special guest star Kiki Wyatt bringing down the house. Then again, there is always time for things to go south. After witnessing Danny and Bill's flirtation at a club, Danny was not happy. Frankly, Andre wasn't either, but he's not the one plotting to murder his spouse. So Haley decided it was time to up the ante, as the drugs she was slipping Bill were taking too long to kill him. Coming up, Haley finds Bill passed out on his office floor and runs to him, putting on a good show of concern. Or perhaps, faced with her possibly dead husband, Haley actually has some remorse over what she's done. Beyond the Gate spoilers reveal that Danny Dupree is a drama queen who seems to have a problem at every turn, whether that be in her career, motherhood, or relationships. With that said, her portrayer, Carla Mosley, seems as chill as can be. This makes it ever so surprising that she shared with fans recently about an issue she's dealing with. See below for details. Mosley hopped on her Instagram to share some photos of her in front of her fireplace, with the last of the carousel being a TikTok video of a duck in front of a fireplace, lifting its feet towards the warmth. The IG caption read, John Joser C. Sar figured out how to work the fireplace in our living room, and I can't leave. Someone, send help. But also, please don't. Mosley used the hashtags #winter, #happyplace, now #holidays in the caption. Clearly, the actress has fireplace problems, but that actually doesn't sound overly problematic considering the cold front many in North America are facing right now. Mosley's Beyond the Gates co-stars rushed to the comment section, along with fans. Trisha Mann Grant wrote, "I love a good fireplace, especially at this time of the year." And Carla replied with, "Crucial, I tell you." Meanwhile, Mosley's on-screen daughter, Ronnie Rose Mantilla, wrote, "The duck." As Carla replied, "I'm obsessed with that duck." Finally, Daphne Duplay, who plays Nicole Dupree, Danny's older sister, commented with, "I was just telling Aunt, the fireplace is an absolute must this weekend." And Mosley noted, "Yes, run, don't walk." While Mosley hangs out by her fireplace, her BTG character is enjoying some steamy action of her own, as she and new hubby, Andre Richardson, are still in the honeymoon phase. Well, sort of. It's hard for anyone to deny that there are still feelings between Danny and her first husband, Bill Hamilton, so Ms. Dupree might be dealing with some conflict. Up ahead Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, December 8th, hint at some major moments in the land of Fairmont Crest. Greg Vaughn's official first day takes place, while there's another special guest for Winterfest. Plus, Leslie Thomas is about to unleash a scandal. Learn more about what's set to unravel on the Monday show down below. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday, December 8th, reveal that Greg Vaughn will debut his new character, Dr. Kial Rollins. He'll be accompanying Nicole Dupree at Winterfest, and he'll even surprise her with something. So will these two share sparks? Speaking of Winterfest, R&B singer and reality star Kiki Wyatt will have a guest appearance on the soap during the December 8th episode by performing at the big gala. In other news, Leslie will tell Marcel Malone about a scandal looming on the horizon. Will she tell him about Vernon Dupree's affair with Articulettes' singer, Sharon Winger? There's no proof they are having an affair, but Vernon has been having secret meetings with her as of late, and it has been implied. It's unlikely that they are doing anything bad, but how shocked will Anita Dupree be if she hears this? How will Marcel react to the news? Finally, Beyond the Gates spoilers for Monday suggest that Vanessa McBride will be very displeased with Joey Armstrong. The blonde will believe her friend isn't being supportive enough. She's sure to get quite upset, as she's been defending the casino owner to everyone and anyone who speaks ill of him. In an interesting twist, Catherine Cat Richardson will thank Joey for some unexpected help he'll provide. What is this about? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Next week on Beyond the Gates, it should be the calm after the storm. Winterfest comes and goes, but what happens is more chaos. Sure, there's romance in store for Jacob and Naomi, and Leslie and Marcel even get their flirt on, but then it appears that Haley's plan to poison and kill her hubby is working. Bill collapses, and Haley rushes to his side. Isn't there anyone else at the law firm who actually wants to help Bill? Caroline? Tomas? Anyone? Post-Winterfest, things seem to be brewing between Leslie and Marcel. However, every time they interact, it's hard to tell whether they're flirting or about to partner up for something nefarious. I mean, we do cross paths a lot, Leslie observes. That has to mean something, Marcel responds by mentioning how they're tempting fate. Cut to the shady detective reporting back to his boss, Police Chief Elon Hawthorne. You know, she clocked me, so I took the charm offensive. Still not the move. Elon replies, sounding unhappy with his detective. The original orders were to watch Leslie closely and make sure she doesn't hurt anyone. Is anything going to happen between Leslie and Marcel? Danny is looking fierce while she drops in on her father, Vernon Dupree. She sounds like she's fishing for something. Can't a daughter just drop by to see her beloved father without an ulterior motive? She inquires. To which Vernon quickly throws back a no. Elsewhere in the DMV, Jacob and Naomi are in a hotel room, and Jacob's fishing for compliments. You feeling that, or am I doing too much? The detective set up a romantic evening. There are lit candles in the room. Rose petals are on the bed and on the floor in front of the bed. And Naomi is liking what she sees. How can we tell? She gives a flirty laugh, and the next second, the two are kissing. Jacob and Naomi have been struggling ever since she thought she might be pregnant. However, they're attending couples counseling and doing the necessary work. So maybe it's paying off. There's a quick interlude after Jacob and Naomi, where the action cuts to Winterfest, and the guests, including Anita and Vernon, are standing and applauding for special guest star Kiki Wyatt. But that's not how the promo for December 8 to 12 ends. A couple that's not quite working out is Bill and Haley. Haley's plan to become a Black Widow seems to be working. In his office at the law firm, Bill is lying on the floor, unconscious. "Bill, wake up!" Haley yells. Does she really want her rich hubby with the $10 million life insurance policy to wake up? Next week on Beyond the Gates, the action and the drama escalate with Winterfest here, and much of the cast gathered together for the holiday gala. Raising money for charity isn't the shindig's only goal. Prepare to meet Nicole's mystery date. Shanice set her up with a doctor, and we now know who that doctor is. The week of December 8 to 12 will also feature trouble for Vanessa and Joey. Martin actually steps up and attempts to make amends with Kat, as well he should. Eva gets an earful from Laura, and Shanice offers Ted some food and friendship. Meanwhile, the Bill and Haley Black Widow story goes into overdrive when Bill collapses. This is what Haley wanted, so why does his collapse grip her with fear? Additionally, she is shocked by a new arrival at the firm. Are we about to meet someone from her past? Could it be one of her former dupes? On Beyond the Gates, Kat is going to end up isolating herself from friends and family if she can't end this vendetta against Eva. But is she in the right, given the way she is? The feud between Kat Richardson and her half-sister Eva Thomas on Beyond the Gates has officially shifted from a simmering family squabble to a scorched earth war, leaving fans, and Kat's own family, questioning her morality. For months, Kat has justified her hostility as a protective instinct, claiming she was the only one who saw through Eva's shady agenda. However, her recent behavior has arguably proven something else entirely to her mother, Nicole, and her cousin, Naomi, that Kat's crusade is less about family safety than about her bruised ego. The turning point came when Kat's determination to expose Eva crossed into obsession. By setting a trap intended to humiliate Eva, Kat inadvertently dragged innocent bystanders into the fray, potentially jeopardizing the very family reputation she claims to uphold. For Nicole, who has been striving to maintain peace, and for Kat's cousin, who has often been a confidant, this was the moment of mask slipping. They witnessed a woman willing to risk collateral damage just to win against a rival. It highlighted a distinct brand of self-centeredness, a refusal to de-escalate for the greater good of the family unit because her personal vendetta took precedence. Despite this, a vocal contingent of the Beyond the Gates fandom staunchly defends Kat. Is she technically in the right? Her supporters argue yes. From day one, Kat's intuition about Eva was correct. Eva did conspire with her mother, Leslie, to blow up Ted and Nicole's marriage. Viewers point out that Kat was gaslit by her entire family, who welcomed Eva with open arms while dismissing Kat's valid suspicions as jealousy. To these fans, her hateful behavior is a natural reaction to being the only sane person in a house of cards. Conversely, critics argue that being right doesn't excuse being classist or cruel. Kat's reliance on insults like hood rat and her inability to offer grace to a sister who was manipulated by her own mother paint her as a spoiled brat rather than a victim. While she may have proven her point, she might have lost her moral high ground in the process. The Monday, December 8th. Spoilers for Beyond the Gates. Focus on shocks, scandals, and chaos as Nicole's mystery date takes her by surprise. Meanwhile, Vanessa's troubled by Joey's lack of support, and Leslie warns Marcel about a potential scandal. Winterfest is underway. On Friday, beauty and brow expert Damone Roberts made a guest star appearance at the charity gala. On Monday, look for singer, songwriter, and television personality Kiki Wyatt to materialize beyond the gates and at Winterfest. When Carlton had a family emergency that took him out of town, Nicole had to improvise reluctantly. Shanice suggested a blind date. After all, she had someone who would be perfect for her. Look for said mystery date, a Dr. Rollins, to take her by surprise. How does he do that? In related news, Greg Vaughn plays the doctor who becomes Nicole's date for Winterfest. Find out all about the details. Vanessa and Joey have been clashing. She wants Joey to be her date at Winterfest. He doesn't want to be around all those snooty, judgmental types who look down on a corrupt casino owner like him. Vanessa sees this as a fresh start and doesn't care if they ruffle feathers. And apparently, she doesn't even care if her kids find out that she has already moved on from their father. She no longer wants to be contained or restricted. She wants to be free. So for now, Vanessa's troubled by Joey's lack of support. However, she'll get her way eventually. Meanwhile, Kat thanks Joey for his unexpected help. Joey is slowly making himself indispensable to the Duprees, and a lingering thorn in their sides. Finally, Leslie tells Marcel there's a looming scandal that could rock Fairmont Crest. This could be about what she witnessed from her hotel room. She saw Sharon, the articulate, open up her door to Vernon, the patriarch of the Dupree family. Leslie, of course, jumped to conclusions and hasn't really bothered to suss out the truth. Knowing Miss Thomas, she will once again try to use this information to her advantage. Will she blow up Vernon's world? And if she isn't going on about Vernon, then what scandal could Leslie be referring to? There has to be a million of them brewing beyond the gates. Daytime vet Greg Vaughn is returning to the world of soaps on Monday, December 8th, when he begins airing on Beyond the Gates as Kial Rollins. This marks the actor's return to CBS Daytime, where he began his soap career playing Diego on The Young and the Restless. He was with the show from 2002 to 2003, but he was not out of work for long. General Hospital snatched him up to play Lucky, and he stayed in the role from 2003 to 2009. Vaughn began playing his most recent soap role, Days of Our Lives Eric, in 2012, and was last seen in November of this year. Soap Hub sat down with the actor for a fireside chat to talk about playing Eric. Fun fact, Kial is the first original role Vaughn has played on soaps. In all of his other 3 roles, he served as a recast. Kial is a widower, a devoted father to his grown children, and a skilled orthopedic surgeon who has rebuilt his life with resilience and a strong heart. Athletic, personable, and always up for something spontaneous, he shifted gears after losing his wife and embraced life as a traveling physician. The open road has given Kial the chance to explore the country, discover new cultures, and meet fascinating people along the way. While he's enjoyed a few romances, he hasn't yet met the woman who makes him want to settle down again, but one blind date might just change everything. And Kial's more than ready to find out. And is the blind date with Nicole? Soap Hub had the pleasure of sitting down with Vaughn. He is still based in Texas with his sons and was contacted by BTG creator Michelle Valjean to play a role on the show. She would not take no for an answer. She also did not want to divulge the character's name, occupation, or who he would be working with. Here are your Beyond the Gates spoilers for next week. Here's a look ahead at the episodes we'll see from Monday, December 8th to Friday, December 12th, 2025. We kick things off with Marcel and Leslie having a conversation at the police station. Leslie says to Marcel, "Well, I mean, we do cross paths a lot. That has to mean something." Marcel replies with, "You're tempting fate, you know that?" Next, we see Marcel talking to his boss, the police chief, Elon Hawthorne. Marcel tells Elon that Leslie has clocked him, and he had to change his approach and use the charm offensive to get her to let her guard down. Elin is unimpressed and tells the detective that it was still not the move to make. Danny Dupree is at the family mansion and talking to her father, Vernon. Vernon, always a smart one, wonders why Danny is there and gives her a curious look. Danny asks, "Can't a daughter drop by to see her beloved father without an ulterior motive?" Vernon takes a pause, looks at her again, and says emphatically, "No." Jacob and his wife Naomi have been through the roughest patch yet in their marriage, all because of a pregnancy test that gave a false positive. It had both of them examining their lives and what they wanted. Naomi remained adamant that she didn't want to be a mother, and Jacob was now looking at the situation with fresh eyes and how it would feel to be a dad, and he liked it a lot. This difference of opinion set the two of them on a path to many arguments and heated situations. Now we see Jacob leading Naomi into the bedroom, and the place looks amazing, with rose petals on the bed in a heart shape. Naomi is all smiles, and the two kiss. Things are certainly looking better. The day has arrived, and the community has turned out to celebrate at the Fairmont Crest Country Club. An exceptional guest performance by Kiki Wyatt has the guests all clapping and having a great time. To close out the next week's sneak peek, Haley rushes into Bill's office and finds Bill collapsed and unconscious on the floor. If this isn't the doing of her poison, then this does not bode well for Haley. Upon admission to the hospital, they'll run a full screen on Bill, and that could turn up evidence of a toxin or the effects that it has had on his body so far. This has got to be enough to freak Haley out. Another big week, soap fans, as we get closer and closer to the end of the year, and some seriously big plot points. Beyond the Gates is preparing to welcome a newcomer who may shake up Nicole Dupree's storyline in unexpected ways. Viewers already sense that Nicole's friends believed she was ready to open her heart again, but no one expected the match to come with such a layered history. Now all eyes are on what happens when this mystery man finally enters her orbit. Recent scenes have shown Nicole cautiously rebuilding her life, with Shanice Johnson stepping in as both friend and instigator. During the Thursday episode, Shanice arranged a date for Nicole. That moment already hinted that someone significant was about to join the canvas. Meanwhile, the hospital at Fairmont Crest has remained a central hub of professional and personal connections, raising questions about who might already know the incoming character. Viewers began speculating whether Ted Richardson, played by Keith D. Robinson, could share a past with this newcomer because of their overlapping roles in the medical field. Nicole's journey, her friendships, and the hospital setting have all laid a natural pathway for a fresh addition to step into the widening story. And now, the mystery surrounding that new face has finally lifted. Beyond the Gates has now confirmed that Days of Our Lives and General Hospital alum Greg Vaughn will appear on the CBS soap as Dr. Kial Rollins. Vaughn explained that Kial comes into the story as a new romantic prospect for Nicole. The two will share their first official scenes on Monday, December 8th, where they head out on a date, leaving viewers wondering whether their connection will spark immediately. Vaughn noted that Kial works as an orthopedic surgeon and carries a significant amount of emotional baggage. He also mentioned that Kial has a wanderer quality, someone not truly anchored to any one place, and that this restlessness shapes his outlook. The new character already has links within Fairmont Crest. Shanice knows him well enough to feel confident setting him up with Nicole, while Ted's connection remains uncertain but possible given the shared hospital environment. Vaughn also confirmed that Kial is a widower who has 2 adult children, adding another emotional layer to his story. During his interview, Vaughn spoke about his openness to reprising his long-running Days role as Eric Brady. He reminded fans that he still returns to Salem on a recurring basis. Eric appeared just a few weeks ago in November during the show's 60th anniversary celebration. Vaughn clarified that he isn't under contract with Beyond the Gates, which leaves the door open for future Days appearances. Stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for all the latest Beyond the Gates news and upcoming twists. Winterfest finally arrives in Beyond the Gates, and even before the first guest walks through the door, you can feel the energy in the air. Everyone shows up hoping for a magical night, but there is tension bubbling underneath, and it becomes clear very quickly that this event is not going to stay calm for long. The Duprees have been planning Winterfest for weeks, and they really went all in. Anita and Laura work tirelessly to make sure every detail looks perfect. They even bring in beauty expert Damone Roberts to help the family get ready, which adds even more excitement to the night. But Winterfest is not just about pretty lights and holiday spirit. The secret involving Vernon and Sharon still hangs over the family, and many believe this charity gala might finally bring the truth out into the open. Leslie also pushes her way onto the planning committee. Now that she has money and a new home in Fairmont Crest, she feels like she belongs right in the center of everything. The charitable theme reminds her of her mother Barbara, which makes the event feel even more personal to her. Then there is Kat, who probably will not enjoy seeing Eva arrive as Ted's guest. That situation already carries plenty of tension, and Winterfest is not exactly the ideal place for jealous feelings. All of this sets the scene for Anita, who prepares to deliver a shocking moment. While everyone else focuses on the event, Tomas quietly decides this is the moment to do something important. He still feels awkward about that recent run-in with Ted, and he keeps thinking about a conversation he had with Bill. Bill told him he wants the partners and staff at his firm to appear more family-oriented, and Tomas definitely takes that as a sign that he should make a serious choice about his future. So now he plans to ask Kat a major question, whether it is about moving in together or something even bigger. It is something that could change their relationship in a huge way. Meanwhile, Jacob pulls his brother aside and gives him a warning. He does not spell it out completely, but it is very clear that he is talking about Isaiah growing closer to Eva. Jacob believes this will pull Leslie into the picture, and he hints that dealing with Leslie can bring a level of drama that Isaiah may not be prepared for. By the end of the night, it is obvious that Winterfest is much more than a holiday celebration. It becomes a turning point for several people. Tomas takes a bold step with Kat. Eva's presence with Ted stirs emotions. Jacob's warning raises even more questions. Winterfest may sparkle on the outside, but behind the scenes, nothing stays simple for long in Fairmont Crest. Stay tuned to Soap Opera Daily for all your Beyond the Gates updates. Sharon and Tracy arrive to see Anita and attend Winterfest. Sharon wonders where Anita is hiding her handsome husband. They chat about being on the silent auction block for a lunch with the lucky winner. Anita asks how their meeting with Devin Winters went in Genoa City. She notes how Devin is carrying his father's torch at the record label. Sharon says they felt very taken care of. Anita wanted to let them get their bearings before joining them to record with Barbara's voice. Sharon wanders over and looks at a picture of Vernon and Anita as she is being asked a question. Tracy says she has been all kinds of distracted lately and hard to pin down for rehearsals. Tracy thinks she may have a secret man. Anita shows Sharon and Tracy the Winterfest program with Barbara on the cover. They are thrilled to learn the proceeds will go to support musicians with mental health issues. Anita brings up Leslie Thomas and tells them she is Barbara's long-lost daughter. Tracy realizes the blind trust Anita established is now funding Leslie's lifestyle. Sharon runs to get her phone so the women can take a selfie when Vernon arrives. He whispers if they are alone, and he quickly learns they are not. Tomas runs into Ted at the club. They talk a bit about Ted's sport of choice, and Tomas shows interest. Ted wonders when he will have time to play, as he spends his time figuring out which one of his daughters he wants to sleep with. Tomas says he never wanted to hurt either of his daughters. He takes full ownership of his confusion and is beyond grateful Kat gave him another chance. Ted says his daughters already don't get along, and he doesn't need him causing more conflict. Leslie arrives at Eva's place as she is worried about looking ratchet for Winterfest. Leslie says Peaches is doing well binging on their stories, giving her time to bring over a dress and get her daughter looking fine. Eva is thrilled and embraces her mama. Leslie can't wait to watch her daughter take her rightful place amongst the upper crust of society. She says they will never be on the outside looking in again. Eva is dressed in white, with her hair upswept, when Leslie notices the hem is off. She goes to fix it, leaving Eva time to discuss Samantha's ideas for a free healthcare clinic. Eva wants to start their own nonprofit like the Duprees. Leslie is excited and wants her name right across the front. Tonight is the first step, as every eye will be on her beautiful daughter. Ted arrives to pick up his daughter and thinks she looks beautiful. He gives her a gift, and she is thrilled to find a Forrester Creations scarf. Eva grabs a large red bag with what appears to be gifts inside. Ted asks Leslie to ride with them, but she wants them to head over alone. She kisses Ted on the cheek and thanks her for giving Eva back a little of what she missed. With that, father and daughter exit. Nicole, Kat, and Naomi are hanging with the Eyebrow King, Damone Roberts. They all love their look and report both. Danny and Anita are looking equally amazing. He promises to see them at Winterfest and makes his exit. Nicole is happy her daughters could join her at the house, as the rest of the family are scattered all over town. They chat a bit about Kat being the queen of Winterfest, leading her to ask her mother and sister if she is self-centered. Nicole inquires and Kat says another fight with her so-called half-sister put the thought in her head. Kat thinks Eva played everyone, but she is the only one paying attention. Naomi reminds her sister she and Jacob found nothing connecting Eva to Laura's accident. Kat doesn't care and can't believe she has to watch Eva walk into Winterfest on her father's arm. Nicole reminds her daughter how much she's experienced with her father and how little Eva is getting. Kat still isn't moved, and Nicole says she needs to find acceptance. Kat says she might just sit the event out. Nicole says if she sits it out because of Eva and lets her family down, she is the thing she asked about earlier. Kat agrees to think about it, as that is all her self-centered behind is currently capable of. Tomas meets up with Kat at Uptown. He notes how beautiful she looks, and she guzzles a martini down. She says she wants to skip out on all the festivities, and he gets down to asking why. Tomas can't believe she is skipping the festivities because Eva is going to be there. Kat notes the selfish conversation with her mother, and then apologizes for going to the Eva place. Tomas says she isn't selfish, but is simply adjusting to a new and uncomfortable situation. Kat is done talking and wants to move along to sexy time. Tomas has different ideas and asks her to move in with him. Eva and Ted arrives, and she is amazed by the scene. She sees all the donated toys, and they discuss what her life was like during the day. They take a selfie, and she comments on how hard the Duprees go when they throw a party. He wants to go ice skate, but Eva doesn't want to mess up her introduction to society by falling in front of everyone. Ted says she has nothing to prove, and the two head out to walk to the rink. Anita, Vernon, Sharon, and Tracy arrive on the scene, and everyone is amazed by the decorations. Sharon and Tracy are thrilled folks recognize them. Anita heads off and chats with Laura and Mona. They want their assignments for the evening, but Anita says their only job is to have fun and indulge. She also points out Marcel saying he is there solely to keep an eye on Leslie. Jacob, who is grossly underdressed, shows up and connects with Naomi. He quickly spots Marcel and heads over to find out what's up. He explains he is doing private security. Jacob promises to send any bad guys his way. Just then, Leslie walks in. He connects back with Naomi, and the two get all adorable and say the couple's counseling is working. Beyond the Gates spoilers for December 8-12 reveal that Haley may have succeeded in taking Bill down, but guilt and remorse are quickly catching up to her. Winterfest seems to be a big success with special performances and surprises. Meanwhile, Leslie sets her eyes on a new man. Plus, several couples find themselves at a crossroads. Special guest star Kiki Wyatt sings at Winterfest. Nicole's date takes her by surprise. Vanessa's troubled by Joey's lack of support. Kat thanks Joey for his unexpected help. Leslie tells Marcel there's a looming scandal that could rock Fairmont Crest. Anita reluctantly shows Bill some grace. Haley worries her husband's blood work could reveal her deadly scheme. Chelsea and Kat discuss their rocky romantic relationships. Joey and Vanessa clash over theirs. Vernon's secretive phone call leaves him smiling. Bill's sudden collapse grips Haley with fear. An impromptu massage leaves Nicole more tempted than she expected. Danny serves as a much-needed sounding board for her niece. Ashley and Derek reach an agreement. Martin tries to make amends with his sister. Leslie receives a warning where Marcel's intentions are concerned. Naomi and Jacob try their best to navigate a new normal. Eva gets an earful from Laura. Tomas gets advice from an unlikely source. Haley is shocked by the arrival of a new client at the firm. The Hawthorns struggle to repair a broken connection. Vanessa receives an intriguing business proposition. Shanice offers Ted some food and friendship. Kat has to answer some tough questions. Friday, December 5th, 2025. In today's BTG episode, Winterfest begins. Read the last BTG recap. Nicole does Leslie a favor, Anita gives Chelsea a pep talk, and Marcel agrees to babysit Leslie at Winterfest. Anita, Sharon, and Tracy talk Winterfest at Anita's. They drink, and Anita gushes that Rowena made the drinks. They talk about signing an album for an auction. Sharon calls it trippy, and they thank Anita for reconnecting. Sharon asks how their meeting with Devin Winters went in Genoa City. Neil, his father, means a lot to her. Sharon says they felt well taken care of. She wants to wait until they reach the curve before joining them. Tracy talks up how busy Sharon's been and considers that she has a man she's not sharing. As she says this, Sharon stares at the photo of Vernon and Anita. Sharon covers. They wish Barbara could see this. Anita tells them Leslie Thomas is Barbara's daughter. The women are stunned. They can't believe Anita made her a wealthy woman. Sharon goes to get her phone in the foyer, and Vernon comes in quietly. "Are we alone?" Anita appears. "Vernon, I caught you." She hugs him while he and Sharon look at each other. At the club, Malone approaches Vernon to assure there will be no Leslie shenanigans today. Later, Ted tells Tomas he just finished a great workout. Tomas would like to learn squash. Ted asks when Thomas will find the time. Shouldn't he decide which one of his daughters he's sleeping with? Tomas stammers and says he had a moment of confusion. Ted asks if that's what he calls it, but Tomas loves Kat and is glad she gave him another chance. He has big plans with her. Ted's glad his intentions aren't casual. His girls don't get along and don't need anyone making it worse. Leslie swans into Eva's place, tells her Peaches is binging on her stories, and hands over an outfit for Eva for Winterfest. Eva's thrilled. Leslie's happy to see her kid take her rightful place in society. Eva knows she's only there because of her mother working at Winterfest, but Leslie calls her royalty. Eva tries on the dress, and her mom likes it. Eva talks to her about the nonprofit. Leslie wants her name in big letters. It's going to make them catch up with the Duprees. Ted arrives, calling Eva a supermodel. He gifts her a Forrester Creations scarf. She's thankful, and Leslie kisses his cheek, grateful for him. At Orphe Jeans, Jacob and Isaiah talk Winterfest and Iz's work. Jacob questions how he's spending his time other than at work, and Iz gets his back up. Jacob just wants his bro to get some roots. Iz admits he met someone and tells him about Eva. Jacob reminds him that Eva's trouble and wonders if it's the appeal. Iz is offended. Jacob counters that the Duprees are having issues because of her. Jacob invites him to Winterfest, but he doesn't like social climbing. Jacob will leave his name at the gate in case he changes his mind. He grins, and before he leaves, sweetens the deal, saying Eva will be there with her dad. At Nicole's place, Damone, the hair and makeup man, talks about working with the Dupree women. Naomi thanks him for working them in, and since he's done their makeup, he leaves, stating he'll see them at Winterfest. Nicole's happy to have her daughters with her. Kat asks if she's self-centered.